So Man United travel to face Mike Phelan's Hull City on Saturday, our third Premier League game of the season after what has been an excellent start. 2 wins out of 2 against Southampton and Bournemouth, and an away trip to Hull City on paper looks like our easiest game. I mean, going into the start of the season, Hull were in absolute dire straits. Steve Bruce resigns because the club itself is not being run properly. The chairman wants to sell it. He won't buy any players. He won't sell the club. They've only got like 14, 15 first-team squad players at the moment. But Hull, against the record, have done a fucking brilliant job at the start of this season. They've won 2 out of 2 games. Started on the first day of the season against Leicester City. I mean, it can't come much tougher than that. Reigning champions, beat them 2-1. And they beat Swansea comfortably 2-0 as well. So they're exceeding expectations. And I suppose Manchester United are just meeting them. But it's good to see United starting a season strongly. I thought away to Bournemouth on the first day of the year, a game we lost last season, we looked very, very comfortable. We weren't running at full gear yet. We were probably in second or third gear, cruising along. But it was a good win. You know, goals from Rooney, goals from Mata, from Ibrahimovic. Followed it up in the next game against Southampton for Paul Pogba's debut, which was a brilliant game at Old Trafford. United really controlled that game, very much leading from the front. And we never really looked like losing that. And we didn't 2-0. Nice first clean sheet of the season. And going into Hull, you've got to imagine the players are in good form. The man, obviously, in the best form is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. If he scores, he would have scored in his first 4 appearances for Man United, which is phenomenal. It's what everybody hoped Ibrahimovic would do, but not everybody expected he would do. Not right from the start. But he's living up to his hype at the moment. And long may it continue. And obviously, Pogba on his debut was nothing short of superb. We all expected, well, I know I did. I expected Pogba to start slowly, get better with every match. But he just looked like he had popped out for a cup of tea and come back home and nothing had changed. He looked absolutely phenomenal. And the good thing about playing Hull this weekend, I think, is that they line up in a 4-3-3, which is going to be probably quite similar to how United line up. So we can go man for man and we're better than them. That's no question. They've got a big midfield. They've got Livermore in there. They've got Huddleston. Their danger man is obviously Hernandez up front, but United are looking good this season. These are the sorts of games where previously in years gone by, you would look at the fixture and say, there's a bank of 3 points there. Hull, everyone thought they might even get the lowest points tally ever in the Premier League. Beating Derby, I think they got the 11-12. They're already on 6. That's not going to happen. Mike Phelan, obviously, Fergie's ex-assistant manager, is now the Hull manager, following on from Steve Bruce. So the United line continues as far as they're concerned. And they'll be confident. There's no questioning they'll be confident. They started the season a hell of a lot better than they thought they were going to. But, Leicester, they play well against Leicester. They face an indifferent Swansea side, and they're going to come up against United, who really are looking good. And they're cruising at the moment. Because obviously next game after this is Manchester City. So Mourinho will want to go into this. I think it's the international break after this. Might be wrong, but I think it is. So we've got a 2-week break, and there's no better way to go into that than with a convincing win. So if I'm going to look at how we're going to line up, we've already given our predicted 11. I do think that Ibrahimovic will start again. I'm hoping Mkhitaryan starts, because that's the one thing we really lacked against Southampton was pace on the wings. Jesse Lingard's back from injury, so he may start as well, which is either or of those. I just want to see a winger with real pace, because we need that. Those runs in behind are so necessary. Hull are going to play a very deep defensive line, and they're going to play to their strengths. Set pieces are always going to be dangerous, especially against United, who for some reason can't defend set pieces. We've got a first clean sheet against Southampton though, so hopefully that bodes well for the future. Chris Smalling might come back into defence. Again, that'll be a real boost. As good as Daley Blind has been, he is not our starting first-choice centre-back this year to partner Eric Bailly. That is Chris Smalling. Let's not get that twisted. Let me know in the comments whether you agree on me on that one. But how do I expect the game to go on Saturday? Late kick-off on Saturday, not that makes any sort of difference. Away from home, I think Mourinho is going to have a home advantage this year. I think we will play better at home than we do away. But that's not to say that we're going to play bad away. That Bournemouth game, we lost that last season. And we won it quite comfortably on what was a difficult opening day of the season. So I do expect us to win this game. I think Hull will be fired up and confident for it, because they should be after 2 wins out of their first 2 games. But United have got too much quality this season to let with no disrespect, a team like Hull beat us, a team that's got 14, 15 first-team players, and a team that's gone out and had one of the best transfer summers we've ever had, and are looking very strong. Everything points towards United, but this is the Premier League, and on the first day of the season, everything pointed towards Leicester beating Hull, and we look what happened there. So I'm not going to say too much because I know it might happen again, but my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the exact same result that we had against Southampton, 2-0. I think we've got enough quality and enough strength in this team to beat Hull without getting out of fourth gear. And I think if we've got Mkhitaryan coming into that team and Lingard, it offers far more width and pace than we have had in that previous game, which is even more dangerous for a Hull side who, on paper, shouldn't be doing as well as they have started the season. But let me know your predictions in the comments below. That's it for the preview. Drop a like on the video, as always, and subscribe to United People's TV if you are new. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Take it easy, everyone.